are going live. I always got to check. This is just the way I do it. I got to
Yeah,
see to make sure that it's on there.
most
So let
definitely.
let me um let me check. Okay, perfect. We're here. We're live. Let me go on and
Mhm.
like the live so people can see it. But yeah, we're live. We're live. So everybody, welcome to the live stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a super exciting live stream tonight with Gerald Bass and with our very own Antonio Millhouse as well. Before we get started, guys, if you're watching this, guys, make sure that y'all drop a comment because we can't see y'all if y'all don't drop a comment. So make sure that y'all drop a comment and make sure that you like this video too as well so other people can see this content too. It's not all about you, it's about everybody so everybody can get the same information. So but first before we kick this off, Gerald, give us a little bit of background of our mission and stuff like that and what we're trying to accomplish and just share a little bit about some things about what we got going on right now.
Yeah, so hello to everyone in the 1% CEO Facebook group, and welcome as well to all the new members that recently joined. Welcome to our group and our family. My name is Gerald Bass. I'm actually the creator and founder of the Rise of the 1%. And pretty much, we've been around about 5.5 years or so. We actually ran as a digital marketing agency for about 4.5 to about 5 years or so, where we pretty much built out systems helping a lot of different entrepreneurs with lead generation and getting clients online. And literally around about 6 months or so, we decided to transition into consulting, where right now we're focusing on Black coaches, consultants, course creators, and service providers, with helping them with putting systems in place that consistently and predictably patch their calendar with qualified appointments on a weekly basis. So we're able to help many of our clients on average generate anywhere from 23 to 55 appointments into their calendar on a weekly basis. And we work with them in terms of their sales process to be able to convert those leads over to high value clients. And we work with entrepreneurs that are around the $2,000 to $10,000 a month mark who want to grow to $20,000 to $50,000 a month without even running any ads in the beginning stages. So that's primarily what we do. And right now, our mission is actually to help 1 billion Black coaches, consultants, course creators, and service providers. We're actually looking to create $1 billion in success stories, actually, over the next 3 years amongst Black coaches, consultants, course creators, and service providers. So that's pretty much our mission.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Definitely a mission that a lot of the group members, they want to be in that number too. So that's why they own. Hello, y'all. I see y'all drop some comments and stuff. I see y'all hopping on. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, also let's go ahead and get into this because this is like a really, really hot topic, and a lot of people, of course, we've talked to several clients and stuff like that in the past, or potential clients too, about when it comes to automation. A lot of people really don't understand the gist of, especially when it comes to business owners, don't understand the gist of automation with all of the stuff that's running around in the background. A lot of people don't even know that stuff is going on. Most of the time, the most successful people have automation and stuff going on in the background. So we wanted to bring our automation specialist and tech specialist on our team, which is Antonio Millhouse, to just to share like some insight with you guys in regards to like automation and stuff like that, as far as like funnels and stuff like that. Because I think people need to understand that component on how it makes sense to have their business to be automated in certain parts. So Antonio, go ahead and introduce yourself and explain like some information in regards to some of the systems and stuff that you need to have in place for your business when it comes to businesses online.
Absolutely, absolutely. So thank you, Charlotte. Thanks for having me on. Glad to be a part amongst you all. Like Charlotte said, my name is Antonio Millhouse. I'm also a part of the Rise of the 1% team, marketing director. And one of the things when it comes to really having automations and just systems in general in place, we always tell our clients and potential clients that we do business with, it's very imperative to have a system or a landing page, something in place where you can actually capture your potential clients' information. Because a lot of times there's so many people they using regular traditional websites, but they really have no way to capture their potential leads information. So we share with our clients on how to put systems in place to where you can actually capture your potential clients' information, whether it's name, email, or phone number, and you're building your email list at the same time while doing it. And that's very important because I tell people all the time, we don't own any of these social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or any of that. But when you build an email list, that's something that you own. That's something which is what we call your most valuable asset in business. And most business owners don't have that in place. And so that's what we teach many of our clients when it comes to having these different systems and frameworks in place for their business.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Denise hopped on. Hey, Denise.
Hey.
Denise said, "Hey."
Yeah,
Denise is, of course, is one of our clients that we interviewed on last week. But that's good stuff, Antonio, because I don't think people really understand the power of having a system in place. I think a lot of people really
Mhm.
don't get that component. So, Antonio, just talk about like some of the systems that you use, like as far as like, I know a funnel is one of them.
Mhm.
Just kind of talk about the differences. And then somebody has asked me one time, is this the same as Linktree? Link. A lot of people use Linktree.
Mhm.
Would Linktree be considered as a system, or would you still recommend a funnel as well?
No, Linktree is no way compared to a system that we teach our clients. It's very important to have a funnel in place. Very important. I know a lot of people use Linktree, have like a whole bunch of their products and services and different links. You really just want to have one set offer and just keep it focused on that one particular thing and just send traffic to that. Because a lot of times you have all these different links to where you want people to go. People's attention span is very short. So a lot of people just ain't gonna sit there and go through every single link that you have on your link tree. So it's very important to have one offer and just send that one particular offer and just promote it to your ideal customer or client and just stick with that. So it's very important to have a funnel in your business if you don't have one. So yeah,
Gotcha.
most definitely.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So as far as like other things that they should have in place, and I know that some of our clients, we help walk them through that too as well in a high level program. So
Mhm.
just explain too, and I know that Gerald have actually talked about this in the past before, but it's probably good to reiterate this too as well. Explain to the audience about the importance of email marketing too.
Oh yeah, email marketing is very important. Like I say, it's a way to really communicate with your potential clients. You're building your list at the same time, which I said is your most valuable asset. Like for example, a while back, Instagram had this major shutdown, and a lot of business owners was panicking because they couldn't post or anything. But we really wasn't stressing because we was already in position. We already had our email list. We already had the systems in place. So whether Facebook or Instagram shut down, we still had our list. We were still able to market and promote our product and service to our list because we built our database over the years. So we was already ahead of the game than a lot of people that wasn't already prepared for this. So that's why I tell people it's very important to have that list because when things like that happen, you don't have to worry about stressing or worrying about, oh man, I can't do this, I can't do that. That's why you need to have these systems in place. And I'm quite sure Jared can relate because man, it's so crazy. Like when we did calls, it's so many people talking about, man, they had this shutdown. I couldn't promote my business. But I'm just like, you need to have this type of system in place. And that's why it's very important to be prepared so you don't have to go through what many people went through. So yes, it's very important to have that email list.
yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, like I always express, man, we don't own any of the platforms. We don't own
Right.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Google,
Right.
right? We don't own any of these
None of them.
platforms. And so, with that being said, your biggest asset on the internet is creating your own email list. So, our email list is like approaching close to 5,000 subscribers now. So, even if Facebook or Instagram, any of these platforms shut down, we still could communicate with
Mhm.
our database. Doesn't really matter because of email marketing. So, Yeah, email marketing is very key. And I even add a little bit more on to what Antonio was speaking on in reference to email marketing, even automation, since that's the topic tonight, is one thing as well when it comes to email marketing and automation is when you're capturing your different
Hmm.
leads information, like their name, their email, and even their phone number on the front of what we call a funnel or pre-selling mechanism, right? On the back end, those leads that are not taking any type of action in terms of booking a call with you through your funnel or not purchasing a product or service through you from you through your funnel. Now what you can do is you can set up pre-automated emails on the back end, right?
Okay.
It can be a 7-day email sequence, 14-day, 30-day. I mean, I know some people have 6 months to a year email follow-up sequences where you can have emails that go out on complete autopilot on a daily basis, just dripping on those leads that have not taken the action that you wanted them to take going throughout your funnel,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
To provide more value to them, maybe to share some more success stories, testimonials, and making offers to them until they either book a call or purchase your product or service. Right. So it's very important to have that type of stuff set up because people that opt in to your opt-in page, it's only a certain percentage that's really going to take you up on your
Right.
offer, on the first exposure of your offer throughout the funnel, right? So normally if you have like, let's say a VSL funnel, right, which is a video sales letter type of funnel,
Mm-hmm.
normally you will have around 5% to a maybe around about 15% on the high end, being that your VSL is real good, that will actually book a call after watching the VSL on your in your funnel after the first exposure of that VSL,
Mm-hmm.
around 5 to 15%. So basically, out of every 100 people that watch that VSL in that funnel, you're gonna
Mm.
have around 5 to 15 that'll schedule a call on the first exposure. The rest of those go into email follow up, where you need
Right.
to be different on them until they go over and book a call. I'm just using the VSL funnel as an example. If you had like an e-commerce business, you're
Mm-hmm.
looking at around about 1% purchasing your
Mm.
product on the first exposure of going through your sales funnel online. You're looking at about 1%,
Mm.
right? So you got
Wow.
to have some crazy follow up and some crazy retargeting online being you running paid ads, especially like for e-commerce type business to really be able to pick up all that traffic that is not converted on the front end. You got to
Wow.
have that set up. So I just wanted to chime in and speak on that as well.
That's great stuff. Yeah, you really hit on a very key point. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Wow. Does anybody have any questions in the audience? I see some of y'all chiming on. Definitely feel free to ask any questions. That's what these platforms are for.
Absolutely.
Definitely feel free. If you have like any questions that you want to ask, feel free. Don't be shy because I'm never shy. If I need to know something, I will ask. But yeah, also guys, I know that you mentioned like as far as like the duration of the email follow ups, right? I know that Gerald mentioned like some people even have like a whole year and stuff out, but in actuality, you want to continue that as long as you possibly can, right? Following up with that client, no matter if it's like years and years out. Because I think Gerald had several clients that's actually booked a call because of his consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So, talk a bit. Can y'all talk a little bit about that too as well?
Oh yeah, I can speak on it
Oh yeah.
first. One thing I would say is, yeah, I mean, I've had people on my email list like for years um, who just consumed all my emails, consumed all the
Right.
content, consumed all the content being sent out. Maybe hopped on webinars and we did webinars, looking at all our different offers, but didn't really take much action. But literally a year later, or even a couple of years later, went on to finally book a call and became a high value client
Mm-hmm.
for our
Wow.
group, right? Yeah, I've had that happen on several occasions. And
Wow.
so, yeah, it's very important being your building the email list to definitely be consistent whether it's through automations or even just doing email broadcasts,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
trying to stand in front of that list, or else those leads will go cold and
Right.
become dead leads, right? You
Okay.
want to keep them warm and potentially hot, so you got to stay in front of them with your emails and great content and different offers. Yeah, so I would definitely speak on that. And I know Antonio, even yourself, man, you want to share your story of your first $1,000 day. I know that came from your email list,
Oh yeah.
and that person actually became one of our top success stories.
Exactly.
And I'll let you actually
Wow.
share. I'll let you share that story if you want to share it very quickly.
Oh yeah, man. Most definitely, man. So yes, with email marketing, that's when I really had my very first $1,000 day online in business. And I can remember, like I always tell people, I remember it very vividly, like it was yesterday. So pretty much all I did was I was just being consistent with emailing my list. And one particular day, we sent out an email, to our list regarding our business. And for one, the person that was on my email list, I didn't even know that they was on my list this whole time. But I was just being
Wow.
consistent over the time. And just that one email, just being consistent, that one email, she finally took the offer. She signed up, got involved in our program. And like Gerald said, she was like one of our top success stories just from that. And she got involved in our high level coaching program. And I remember when she signed up, I was actually in church, right? And I was getting ready to leave. I got a text from Gerald. He was like, "Congratulations, man. You got $1,000. You closed the deal." And I was like, "What?" Because it came right on time. And I was like, "Man," but I was like, "Man, this came right on time." And so that's how that $1,000 day came about, just by being consistent. And a lot of times, most people, and I can speak about this for myself. Sometimes may lack and you won't be consistent after a while. But one of the things I will say is being consistent. Whether that's sending an email out a day to your list is very important. Like Gerald said, you want to keep nurturing your leads. You want to keep them warm and stuff, because over time, when you're not being consistent like you used to, a lot of times those leads turn into dead leads. But yeah, just by being consistent, I had my very first $1,000 day in business, and it's been
Wow.
going up ever since.
Absolutely,
Nice.
absolutely. And that person, so you all don't think we just fabricated some type of story here. That person
Right,
is May Woods. May Woods
Maywood.
Right.
is actually on
Right.
our website, and she did over $80,000 in sales. Her testimony was actually on our website. That was May Woods, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's
That was
powerful.
actually our first high value client in high level in
Right.
history. Right? May
Right.
Woods was the first person to
Very
sign up.
first.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So yeah, we got a question here. In your program, I see that ClickFunnels is being used. What do you think about Samcart? Um, yeah, I've heard people talk about Samcart, but I mean, to be frankly honest with you, I haven't really looked into Samcart like that. I
Right.
mean, the two softwares that we've used over these last years, well, I would say even a few softwares. We used Lead Pages in the beginning. Then we
Mm.
converted over to ClickFunnels. We've been using ClickFunnels now really for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we also were using Go High Level for a little while, but we're not
Mm.
currently using it right at this moment. We're
Right.
just using ClickFunnels. I mean, ClickFunnels is what we know. We're not really having a whole lot of issues with it, so
Right.
we're just running with that right now.
Absolutely.
Great
Yeah.
question.
Yep. Great question.
And also just to piggyback on that too as well. I wonder why people kind of shy away from, like, when it comes to tech and automation. Do some people, as far as like clients wise that you guys have talked to, they feel like it's not important, or they think it's too complicated, or why are they hesitant when it comes to tech and sales automation?
To me, I would say
Uh-huh.
that people have these made up stories in their mind that I'm not tech savvy. They tell
Mm-hmm.
themselves that.
There you go. Mhm.
And I share with our clients all the time, even in our high level program in the mindset training section, I share with them that literally just some years ago, right? I would say around 2014 or so,
Mhm.
Mhm.
I knew nothing about opt-in pages,
Mhm.
funnels, email marketing. I knew nothing about any of this stuff, right?
Wow.
Aweber, Active Campaign, Zapier, all this type stuff. I knew nothing about any of this stuff. Right? I wasn't
Right.
educated on any of this. Back in 2014, when I got into my first coaching program, all this stuff was a foreign language to me. But to me, the guy that was actually teaching me this stuff at that time had a GED, right?
Mm. Okay.
He had a GED. He didn't even graduate from high school.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, if this guy here is doing multiple six figures with this stuff and didn't even graduate from high school,
Mhm.
why can I not sit down and learn how to put together a simple landing page,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Or build out a funnel or do this email marketing? If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. You're right.
That's just how I looked at it. And even my clients, I tell them if they look at me, like I said, prior to 2014, I wasn't educated on none of this stuff.
Mhm.
Right.
I just sat down, took some time out my schedule because I looked at it like this was going to help me take my business to the next level. It was going to help me free up some of my time once I really got it going. So I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to dedicate the time on a weekly basis to sit down and learn this stuff. And I can tell you now, when we first got started with online marketing back in 2014, the softwares to put funnels together was way more overly complex than now. ClickFunnels is simple.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Like ClickFunnels is drag and drop, right?
Right.
Copy and paste type stuff. We used to use a software back in 2014. It was a couple of them that I remember using. One was called Profit Builder. It was
Mhm.
Mm.
extremely, Tonio remember it. It
Hard.
was extremely hard. You had to understand coding. You had to understand coding, all that type of stuff. Like it was on a whole another level. And another one was called Optimize Press. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, they were like way more complex than in today's time.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have ClickFunnels or you're using Go High Level, if you still using Lead Pages or any of these different softwares, I'm telling you, it's a lot way more simple these days than it was some years ago. You don't have to understand coding and building out
Right.
websites and all that type of stuff. Yeah, it's a lot more drag and drop, copy and pasting, just moving things around on the page
Mhm.
and all that type of stuff now. So someone says, I know it's important, it's the learning curve. Right. You just have to dedicate your time just to sit down and just learn the basics, if anything.
Yeah. The basic. I would say the flow. The flow. If it's almost like if you understand the flow, you'll be like, ah, now this makes sense. Like the
Mhm.
overall flow. Like even if you have to like write it out yourself, like okay, the user is gonna click here, and then they're gonna go here, and then they're gonna go there. It actually helps you understand the overall purpose. You'll be like, ah, now it makes sense. I mean, for me, when I
Mhm.
need to learn like a new software or something like that, if I can understand the overall flow, and typically I do that by doing it myself like Gerald mentioned and Antonio mentioned too, how people when they opt in, right? They opt in yourself, opt in yourself to somebody's funnel, go through their whole entire flow or one of ours, go through the whole entire flow, and then you'll understand it for yourself. You'll be like, dang, it makes sense.
Mhm.
Go through the whole entire thing. If it's a
A lot of
survey in
people,
there, fill it out. Yeah,
exactly, a lot of people don't realize that. And I know in the ClickFunnels community, they call that funnel hacking. Um,
right.
but a lot of people don't really realize that that's what a lot of this online marketing game is kind of about. You
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't have to like create everything from scratch,
Right.
right?
right. Yep.
You can go through and look at other people's frameworks. Don't copy them,
Right.
Right.
but you can model if you see that is working for them.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's why I tell my clients all the time, don't unsubscribe from my email list either.
Mm-mm.
You can learn from a lot of the emails that we're sending out. So when it's time for you to do your email broadcast and set up your email automation,
Right.
you can have some frameworks that you can model for your own business,
Yeah.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. Pretty much. That's
I
So
a
use it
that's
to
a
this day.
secret, y'all. I don't know. A lot of y'all probably don't know that. That's how you kind of learn it. Just opt in. Look at everything. Like if we was some of our stuff, opt in. Go on and
absolutely.
opt in. Get on that email list. You can see, you can model different things from the different section. Here's another question.
Right. So let's get into these questions, and then I'm gonna ask Antonio something too.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when we go to the whole learning thing, Antonio's learned a lot about tech over the years, so I'm gonna ask him a question on that. But let's address the questions first. So it says, I currently have Wits, which has funnels, email, and text. Have you or any other 1%ers used it for your automation?
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we had Wits when we first launched the Rise of the 1%, but we wasn't there for very long.
Right.
Uh, Antonio, if you want to speak on anything to that, you have anything to speak on to that?
Pretty much. I'm familiar with Wix, like you said. That's what we started off in the beginning stages. When we started our company, but you know, with them having all this other components, like I haven't been using Wix in years and whatnot. Don't see the point, right now. But yeah, I'm familiar with it. But yes, besides we use email but not text in our automations or anything. We did in the past, I would say, but yeah, we don't use Wix like that. But in the beginning stages, we did.
Right.
And we
Yeah.
got one more.
So I admit that the funnel and the software is intimidating, like writing copy for the emails and sales page. Gotcha. Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
I would say when it comes to that though, it's just about getting the right information and the right guidance
Right.
to help
Right.
you with it if it's intimidating.
Yep. I
So what I
agree.
did back at the end of 2014, I saw a guy who was already crushing it online. He was already making multiple six figures. Like I said, GED. I was like, you're going to teach
Why
me
can't
stuff.
I do this? Yeah.
All right, exactly. So I hired him to actually coach me. Right, I hired him to coach me. And what I recommend too, when it comes to the whole like courses and coaching thing, I recommend not just purchasing a course
Mm-hmm.
if you really want to get like high level support. If you're going to purchase a course alongside coaching with it, right?
Hmm.
If you really want to learn something at a high level, because sometimes you can purchase courses and you can go through the courses, but you still need some hand holding, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would recommend in that. Like if it's intimidating to you, I recommend like just getting access to a group of people. It could be us, or if you feel someone else may be a better fit, that's fine. But just getting access to that information and getting some guidance, someone that can hold your hand through the process
Right.
to get you over the intimidating parts of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you not already a part of the high level family, I'm not sure who made
Right.
that comment.
We can't see the we can't
If
see
you're
the
already part of the
name.
high level family, then
Right.
you already got right. You just got to
Right.
plug
Right.
in, right? You just got to plug in. All right.
Right.
So Antonio, my question would be to you, man. You know, because I've seen you learn a lot of tech stuff over the years, right? Working with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your learning process when it comes to learning anything technical? Like, what's your process of learning anything? Like, for instance, I know we just recently got into Camtasia pretty hard,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
right? In terms of editing videos and stuff like that. And then I know even some years back, of course, you dove a whole lot more into learning more about funnels.
Right.
Mm.
When we first started, of course, I understood all the basics around the
Right.
funnels and stuff, but you took it a step further to learn even more about it. So, with that being said, like, what's been your learning process to be able to learn these different technical aspects of things and get over it being intimidating to you?
Oh yeah, man. One of the things that I do, like anytime that I'm like learning something, like you say, tech or any type of software, one thing about me, like I look at, tutorials, whether it's
Mm.
free, paid. But I know, for example, with Camtasia, I've been absorbing a lot of their free tutorials, and a lot of times, like if it's a certain thing that I want to learn how to do when it's necessary for whatever project I'm working on, I would just go to YouTube and type in that particular question on what exactly that I'm looking to do. I look at it and I implement it right then and there. Because a
Wow.
lot of times most people, we get into information gathering mode but don't take action on what we are learning. And so with me, I'm a guy that likes to take action on what I'm learning because I know that I'm gonna come upon this particular issue again. So it's very important that I study and master it to the T. And so by the time when it's something that I want to learn how to do when it comes to the editing process, I can automatically do it without even having to go back to do all the searching and watching tutorials. But it's just been pretty much just learning a lot of the free stuff that, you know, that the software has itself, and even learning from other people on YouTube. Now, I want people to understand this. Yes, YouTube is good and all, but when you really want to learn things at a high level, you got to invest in a coach or some type of course or whatever the case may be and really get more hands-on experience. So I know a lot of people feel like, okay, I don't need to invest in this. They got YouTube. It's so much that YouTube can teach you.
Yeah.
And I know with Gerald, he was telling me, you know, in terms of the editing, like you like Tone, get into like some type of course, man, learn editing on a high level. So what I've been doing, I said, you know what? I know best of both worlds when it comes to Adobe Premiere, which is more advanced, and pretty much Camtasia, to be honest with you, is more basic, you know, for even a beginner. Adobe Premiere is more high level, you know. But one of the things before we got Camtasia, you know, I learned about how to utilize Adobe Premiere. Now, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, it was hard. I'm like, boy, like I had to say consistent that I was like, you know what, I gotta master this because you know we putting out content. You know, I want our brand to look good. You know, I
Right.
want things to really stand out, and you know, we gotta make sure that our brand is tight all the way around. So I started learning Adobe Premiere before I got Camtasia. So when it got to Camtasia, and just by me learning the basics of editing and implementing with Camtasia, man, it was a piece of cake, you know, because I already knew
Wow.
like the different setups and what each thing was, because pretty much every software when it comes to editing is pretty much set up the same way, but it just have more compatibilities and different functionalities in terms of what you want to do. So like guarantee this, like any editing software, I guarantee that when you go to any video editing software, the timeline gonna always be at the bottom.
Okay.
Every software you go, the timeline gonna be at the bottom, and then on the left hand side, it's gonna have your media files where you can import your files. Like every editing or video software that I've experienced over the years, it has the same setup or framework, you know, that I've noticed. But like I say, man, I just learn this stuff and I implement what I learn instead of just absorbing and just getting into information gathering mode. That's pretty much it in terms of how I learn a lot of stuff on the technical aspect of things.
Absolutely. And for you all that still chimed in, how many of you all have seen our YouTube videos? Like,
Yup.
how many of you all have seen our YouTube videos? Drop in the comments if you've seen any of our YouTube videos.
They haven't dropped in the comments yet. Drop in the comments if y'all seen the YouTube videos, because the YouTube video be on point. The YouTube
Absolutely.
video be on point.
Yeah,
All of that editing and stuff like that. Guess who do that? That one. Either one. Either one.
okay. So they didn't comment anything.
All right.
Y'all awake up out there?
Hey, are they sleep already?
It's too early to be asleep.
It's too early to be sleep. Yeah. Hey, listen. Like I tell y'all all the time, we the only ones that gonna do this. We
Right.
the only ones that actually don't mind sharing this type of information. Because I'm telling y'all, other people is not doing this.
Mm-mm.
Other people is not sharing
Yeah,
this type of
yeah.
information.
And if you all not watching our YouTube videos, I don't know what you're doing because well, we give out a lot of free game in them
Free
YouTube
game.
videos. I done had some
Yeah.
people even ask me at times, Gerald, why you sharing so much in the video? Like
Right.
we give a lot of free game in them YouTube
Exactly.
videos. You know what I mean? So if you ain't watching them or you ain't went over to you can go to my YouTube, Gerald Bass, or you can go to the Rise of the 1% YouTube because we got the videos over there now too. I know Antonio loads them up on his channel at times too. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like if you ain't watched none of those videos, I would definitely like check them out. We give a lot of free game. But what I was gonna say for you all that are still chimed in and tuned in, yeah, Antonio edit pretty much all the YouTube videos, right,
Yep.
for our
Right.
company. So yeah, when it comes to like a lot of the tech work with editing and stuff, that's what he's doing. And
Mhm.
not only that, for a lot of our high level clients, as we do our events and
Mhm.
they come to our live events, we help them in person in terms of like video content or
Mhm.
their videos for their funnels or their ads, and help them with
Yep.
editing as well when it comes to those. We do all that, right?
Most definitely.
And what I was gonna do real quick,
Mhm.
um, you all still chimed in. If you chimed in, let us know you still chimed
I
in. I
know.
just
Can
want
I
to make
get y'all to
sure.
drop a comment or something?
Drop a
Make,
one in the comments or something.
Right.
make sure
Right.
y'all still chimed in.
I see them. I see them. So they
Okay, because
still watching.
I was gonna share a little bit more, but I'm like, I'm just trying to see like y'all chimed in.
Yeah, I see them. I do see them. So they still on.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Well, those that watch the replay or watch this on YouTube over the next day or so, they'll be able to see it. So,
Most definitely.
what I was gonna do very quickly
Okay.
is share my screen.
Okay. This is good info. Y'all don't I mean, yeah, don't shy away from tech. Tech is here to stay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Yep. I see it.
Yeah. So when I was on this live stream tonight talking to you all about VSL, video sales letters, value videos, right? This is pretty much our VSL for you all that haven't been able to see it as of yet. And this VSL right here was one of the most intense VSLs we've ever put together for this company in 5.5 years. It literally
Mm.
took us a month to put this together because it was pretty intense. Now we don't have our clients put these type of VSLs together. We have them do something a little bit more simple in the beginning stages. This is a little bit more advanced.
Mhm.
We've created a lot of other VSLs in the past that we was able to create within 2 to 3 days. Um, but this VSL was a little bit more advanced because we've been doing this for a while. But it took us a month because we took a lot of times in terms of writing out what was going to be said in this particular value video. Um, we took a lot of time in terms of putting the slides together as well. And then we took some good time in terms of recording it. And then also Antonio actually edited this whole value video. Um,
Mm.
yeah, he edited the whole value video and stuff like that. So if you all never took a look at it, you can. It's at go.theriseofthe1%.com/value. You can go straight to the video and you can actually take a look at it. You can listen to it.
Mhm.
You can really see what a real high level value video of VSL is,
Right.
Exactly.
right? You're pretty sure you'll get a lot out of it. But this actually was edited in what Antonio was just talking about, which was Camtasia. Uh,
Camtasia.
yeah,
Mhm.
so that's what we use for this, right? So I just wanted to share that with y'all.
Great stuff.
Absolutely. But yeah, we could do at this point. If anybody else had any other questions, anything like that, we'll go from there.
Anybody have any questions on the line? If y'all have questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below, and then we'll be able to see them.
Most
And then
definitely.
also those who are looking at the replay too as well, drop your comments too down there as well. We answer everything, everything, every single comment. We answer them
Absolutely.
all. So does anybody have any questions? Good conversation, guys. No, it looks like they don't have any questions.
Gotcha. Well, with that said, then yeah, we can go on and close it out.
Well, all
Absolutely.
right, guys. Also, if you need to get on Gerald's calendar, if you got questions, and keep in mind now, we are actually a team, so keep that in mind. You know, it's you have support with all of us.
Definitely.
But if you need to get on Gerald's calendar, his calendar is www.geraldbass.com/calendar. That way you get the questions and stuff answered. And then, guys, we are a team. We help people. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna drop that information too at the bottom too as well, so you guys can have it. But yeah, as I mentioned, if you're watching the replay and stuff, make sure that you drop a comment and make sure that you drop your comments down there and ask questions, guys, because that's what we're here for. Again, this is for y'all,
Most definitely.
because nobody else is doing this information. Nobody's sharing this type of stuff.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, right now, if you are a black coach, consultant, course creator, service provider, and your calendar is not full with qualified appointments on a weekly basis, jam packed, and you're looking to grow to that multiple five figure a month level, even six figures a month, maybe eventually, then yeah, you want to hit the calendar. We can actually hop on a call, put together a custom tailored strategy for your particular business on how we can potentially maybe assist you with implementing on that, being it's a fit for us to work with each other. If anything, you'll just get an insanely valuable strategy session, even if, it may not be a fit for us to work with each other. So, yeah, you can definitely hit that calendar.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. Most definitely. Well, Antonio, thank you so much for hopping on today and sharing your knowledge with us.
More
It's
than
been
welcome.
a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Also, Gerald, thank you for hopping on too as well. Just to give people insight and y'all don't be afraid of it. It's this is our world that we live in. We might as well embrace
Right.
it. Like seriously.
Absolutely.
Like seriously, we might as well embrace this. Thank you so much for hopping on. And guys, like we mentioned, there's the calendar below. I'm gonna drop it in the comments after we get off this live stream. So y'all have an incredible night and enjoy yourselves. And thank you guys again.
Take care.
All right, take
Thank
care.
you.